Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Senli. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received credentials of the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Congo, David Maduka. Ambassador David Maduka presented his credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. The head of state then had a conversation with the ambassador. President Ilham Aliyev noted the existence of opportunities for expanding political, economic and trade relations between Azerbaijan and Congo and stressed the importance of fostering bilateral ties in this direction. The head of state emphasized that Azerbaijan cooperates with Congo within the non-aligned movement and other international institutions. The president of Azerbaijan thanks the Congolese side for the support and trust regarding the extension of Azerbaijan's chairmanship of the non-aligned movement. President Ilham Aliyev pointed out the fact that as a chair state, Azerbaijan acts towards institutionalization of the non-aligned movement, adding that the country will soon host the next summit of the contact group of the non-aligned movement. The head of state touched upon the significance of conducting discussions on the reforms in the UN Security Council as part of the non-aligned movement and said that Azerbaijan has put forward an initiative that a country holding the chairmanship of the movement should become a permanent member of the UN Security Council on a rotating basis. President Ilham Aliyev noted the importance of conducting consultations among the member states of the non-aligned movement on this issue. Recalling that Azerbaijan's chairmanship of the non-aligned movement will end this year, the head of state noted that the country intends to formulate this issue as an institutional mechanism, adding that it would be a fairer approach as the states that will chair the movement will be a permanent member of the UN Security Council. Saying that he is happy to be in Azerbaijan, the ambassador noted that Azerbaijan is actively working as a chair of the non-aligned movement and underlines that Congo gladly supports Azerbaijan's chairmanship of this organization. David Maduka said he will often visit Azerbaijan as a non-resident ambassador accredited to the country and will spare no effort to contribute to the development of the bilateral relations, including economic and trade ones. The ambassador described the issue of a state chairing the non-aligned movement becoming a permanent member of the UN Security Council on a rotating basis as part of the reforms to be carried out in the UN as a very interesting and good proposal. The sides exchanged views on the issues of bilateral cooperation. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received credentials of the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Namibia, Clemens Handukemi Kashupulva.
Ambassador Clemens Handukemi Kashupulva presented his credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. President Ilham Aliyev then had a conversation with the ambassador. President Ilham Aliyev said that there are opportunities for intensifying relations between Namibia and Azerbaijan in various areas. The Azerbaijani president noted that the possibilities of expanding cooperation between the two countries in economic, trade and other areas should be reviewed in line with the bilateral relations in the political sphere. President Ilham Aliyev recalled the Namibian president's participation in the summit of the non-aligned movement held in Azerbaijan in 2019. He also hailed Namibia's support for Azerbaijan as the chair of the non-aligned movement. The head of state emphasized that it was Azerbaijan's initiative to review the mechanism of representation of a chair country of the non-aligned movement as a permanent member of the Security Council on a rotating basis as part of the reform process in the UN Security Council. In this regard, he underscored the importance of conducting consultations among the member states of the non-aligned movement, noting that such an approach would be more equitable. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized Azerbaijan, as a member of the non-aligned movement, is working towards institutionalizations of this organization. The head of state said that next month Azerbaijan will host the summit of the contact group of the non-aligned movement. The ambassador conveyed Namibian President Hage Gotthard Geingobb's greetings to President Ilham Aliyev. He noted that the Namibian president recalled with pleasure his visit to Azerbaijan during the NAM summit in 2019. The head of state thanked for the greetings and asked Clemens Handukemi Kashupulva to extend his greetings to the president of Namibia. Saying that he was pleased to present his credentials to the president of Azerbaijan, the ambassador emphasized that he will continue to spare no efforts to develop cooperation, friendship and mutual support between the two countries. Clemens Handukemi Kashupulva underlined that there are good opportunities for expanding economic and trade relations and the cooperation in the fields of mining industry and education. During the conversation, the sites touched upon the bilateral relations between the two countries, as well as stressed the importance of cooperation in the field of education. It was also noted that students from Namibia study in Azerbaijan under educational scholarships allocated by Azerbaijan to citizens of the member states of the non-aligned movement.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received credentials as the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary Plenipotentiary of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Dang Minh Ho.
Ambassador Dang Minh Ho presented his credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. Then, the head of state had a conversation with the ambassador. President Ilham Aliyev kindly recalled with pleasure his visit to Vietnam and the meetings held there, saying that this visit made an important contribution to the development of bilateral relations. The head of state noted that there was good cooperation between Azerbaijan and Vietnam on a bilateral level and on a multilateral basis within international organizations. President Ilham Aliyev said that Azerbaijan highly appreciated the fact that Vietnam, as a member state of the non-aligned movement and a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, stood with the country along with other members of the non-aligned movement to prevent adoption of anti-Azerbaijani statements within international organizations, in particular the UN Security Council during the patriotic war in 2020. The head of state also touched on the importance of reforming the UN Security Council, and in this regard he stressed the need for providing a permanent seat at the UN Security Council to a country chairing the non-aligned movement on a rotating basis. Emphasizing that Azerbaijan's chairmanship of the non-aligned movement will end in 2023, the head of state said that the main goal was to establish a working mechanism that would apply to the members who would take over the chairmanship after Azerbaijan. The president noted that such an approach will only reflect international justice. The head of state also said that the summit of the non-aligned movement contact group would be held in Azerbaijan next month. Emphasizing the very good relations between Azerbaijan and Vietnam in the field of education, President Ilham Aliyev said that a large number of Vietnamese students studied in Azerbaijan during the Soviet era. The head of state recalled his Vietnam visit, which included the meeting with the Vietnamese alumni of Azerbaijan's higher education institutions, whom the Azerbaijani leader invited to the country for a visit. He noted with pleasure that the visit had taken place. President Ilham Aliyev also touched on the possibility of Vietnamese companies' involvement in reconstruction projects in the Azerbaijani territories liberated from the occupation, and invited those companies to participate in these works. Dang Minh Ho expressed his satisfaction with his appointment as an ambassador to Azerbaijan and conveyed the greetings of General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, Nguyen Phu Trong, to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked the ambassador to pass on his own greetings to the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam. The ambassador underlined that President Ilham Aliyev's visit to Vietnam made an important contribution to the development of bilateral relations. He recalled with pleasure the contribution of national leader of the Azerbaijani people, Heydar Aliyev, to the development of the Vietnam-Azerbaijan relations during his USSR leadership years, and noted that the great leader's visit to Vietnam had played a key role in the development of the relations. The head of state also recalled national leader Heydar Aliyev's visit to Vietnam during the time when he was in the leadership of the Soviet Union, and said that the national leader had always contributed to and supported the expansion of bilateral relations between the two countries. President Ilham Aliyev noted that he always had great respect for the heroism and fortitude of the Vietnamese people. The diplomat underlined that the people of Vietnam hailed Azerbaijan's providing conditions for a large number of Vietnamese students to study in the country, and that the Azerbaijan-educated Vietnamese specialists are successfully working in various fields in Vietnam today. He said that Vietnamese students are currently studying in Azerbaijan under the educational scholarship programs allocated by Azerbaijan within the non-aligned movement. Ambassador Dang Minh Ho underlined that Vietnam supports Azerbaijan's activities as the chair of the non-aligned movement, and will inform his country about Azerbaijan's initiative regarding representations of the chairing state of the non-aligned movement in the UN Security Council as part of the reforms in this organization. The importance of increasing efforts towards further expansion of economic and trade relations between the two countries was emphasized during the conversation.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received credentials as the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Lao People's Democratic Republic, Vilavan Yapoher.
The ambassador presented her credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. President Ilham Aliyev then had a conversation with the ambassador. The head of state said that there are good political relations between the two countries, stressing the importance of increasing efforts to expand the economic and trade relations. In this regard, President Ilham Aliyev emphasized the significance of reciprocal visits at different levels, tourism opportunities, and establishment of direct linkage between business communities. President Ilham Aliyev praised relations between Azerbaijan and Laos, both within the UN and the NAM, and underlined the significance of mutual support in international organizations. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized the importance of Azerbaijan's proposal regarding the representation of a Czech country of the non-aligned movement in the UN Security Council on a rotating basis as part of the reforms in the United Nations. The ambassador conveyed Lao President Tongolin Sisolid's greetings to President Ilham Aliyev. The head of state thanked for the greetings and asked Vilavan Yaprohir to extend his greetings to the president of Laos. Saying that she is happy to visit Azerbaijan, the ambassador noted that she was impressed by the beauty of Baku, noting that a large number of Laotian students studied in Azerbaijan during the Soviet period. Ambassador Vilavan Yaprohir said that currently they are successfully working in various fields in Laos and contributing to the development of the country. The ambassador noted that there are ample opportunities for the development of relations between the two countries in the tourism and economic spheres.
Rescuers of the Ministry of Emergency Situations continue rescue operations in Kahramanmaraş. According to preliminary information, Azerbaijan rescuers removed 6 more bodies from tower rubble and headed over to the relevant authorities. Employees of the Ministry of Emergency Situations conduct search and rescue operations in the rubble of a building called Gökhan Apartmanı on Azerbaijan Boulevard in the Khairullah quarter. Relatives of the people trapped under the rubble arrived at the scene. They show in which houses their loved ones can be. According to the instructions of the President and the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Ilham Aliyev, a group of military medical personnel of the Azerbaijani army left for Turkey. According to the Defense Ministry, a team of 20 people will operate in fraternal Turkey to assist people injured as a result of the earthquake. Azerbaijani citizens who live or temporarily reside in the provinces of Turkey subjected to destruction are listed. According to the MFA, buses have been reserved the evacuation for citizens to Azerbaijan. In the first stage, students studying in Turkey and people in need of emergency assistance are evacuated. A group of employees of the Embassy of Azerbaijan in Turkey and the military attaché under the embassy were dispatched to the earthquake-affected areas. Political and economic relations between Azerbaijan and Egypt are developing. The non-aligned movement plays a special role in this process. This was discussed at the meetings held in Egypt by the Speaker of the Milli Meclis, Sayba Gafarova. During the meetings, the sides exchanged views on issues of cooperation within the framework of international parliamentary organizations, as well as the situation after the Patriotic War.
The political dialogue between Azerbaijan and Egypt is maintained at good level. There are excellent opportunities for broad cooperation in the economic sphere as well. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli stated this at a meeting with Speaker of the Milli Meclis, Sayba Gafarova. Emphasizing the importance of cooperation in the international arena, he stressed that Cairo supports the establishment of peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia. It was emphasized that cooperation between the parliaments contributes to the further deepening of relations between the countries. Sayba Gafarova noted that the exceptional role of mutual visits at the level of heads of state as a development of bilateral relations. The speaker also informed about the successful development of Azerbaijan, the international initiatives of our country, the victory in the Patriotic War of 2020, restoration and reconstruction work in the occupied territories. The important role of heads of state in the development of relations between the two countries was also emphasized at the meeting with the chair of the Egyptian Senate, Abdul Wahab Abdul Razik. It was emphasized that today effective cooperation had been established between the two parliaments. Baku and Cairo support each other within the framework of the international parliamentary organizations. The meeting also discussed the 44-day Patriotic War. It was emphasized that Azerbaijan wants to ensure sustainable peace and security in the region and also respects the sovereignty of each country and require respect for the sovereignty of our state.
According to the combat training plan for 2023, practical classes related to the new training period were conducted on the types of troops and military units of the Azerbaijan army. During the training held with consideration of modern combat experience, units of the land forces, air force, naval forces, rocket and artillery troops interoperably accomplished various tasks. The main focus of the classes is to further develop the troops' combat readiness capability in order to immediately suppress possible threats, as well as to ensure durable, uninterrupted and prompt management of the units. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.